All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and this is your weekly Xur loot and location PSA. A little bit later this time because of the raid launching at the same time as Xur comes out. He's in the tower, in the hangar, in his one of 3 locations. As far as exotics, he's got the Skyburner's Oath, a 150 RPM scout rifle. We talked a little bit about these are really good in PvP when it's a large map, and this has been buffed. It's actually really good right now. Don't see it as much in PvE, except I think there's a few like exploits it can do and stuff like that, like shoot through some immunity shields or whatever. So other than that, I don't think it's really used. But definitely grab it if you don't have it. Most of you probably do though. Next up, we've got Raju's Harness, which has a 58 stat roll, so definitely on the low side. However, this exotic is bugged and does give you double Arc Strider timer, so I would highly recommend to rock this bad boy in Mayhem if you want to have some fun and literally have your Arc Staff last for 40 seconds. Next up, we've got Eternal Warrior, which is the helmet stays on. Exotic gives you an overshield for your striker subclass. Very strong exotic in PvP. Not the best distribution of a roll because it's got too much mobility, but it does have 66 stats, so probably worth grabbing if you want to rock some Fist of Havoc on your Titan. Next up, we've got Aeon Souls. One of the essential exotics to beating the King's Fall raid, especially if you're trying to do War Priest, trying to make some ammo for your teammates during the contest. That was the required exotic that you needed to have on your team, at least 1 or 2 Aeons. So definitely make sure you have a good roll of these bad boys sitting around for any challenging endgame content on your Warlock. That's actually a pretty good roll right there too. And next up we got 7 Serif Carbine, 450 auto, Underdog Rangefinder. I can pass on that. 360s did get a buff to their stability. I still don't think they're very viable, but we'll have to see if they hold true inside PvP. I haven't seen anyone using them, and I don't think that a little bit of a buff to stability is going to change their usage rate. But got Outlaw Dragonfly, which would be more of a PvE roll, and I still would not use that in PvE. We've got Archer's Tempo Adagio. Definitely will pass on that. We've got a Cartesian Coordinate, which can roll some really sick rolls. However, this roll is not it. Next up, we got Iota Draconis with Heating Up Adagio. We can pass on that roll. Firmly Planted Rampage Tarantula, definitely pass on that. And No Distractions Dragonfly. Frozen Orbit should also have... Oh, looks like maybe they fixed the bug perks on this because this is a crucible weapon. So I think maybe it should have the playlist multiple perks there, but it doesn't. Next up, we've got 55 Stat Roll Gauntlet, pass. Chest Piece 57, pass. Helmet is 60. It's a little on the lower side and a little too much strength, so I'd pass on that. And then 59 boots, we will pass on that. We'll go over the rest of the armor in just a moment. Hawkmoon has Killing Wind, but 100 handling, so it's up to you to decide whether or not you want that. 100 handling is pretty cool, but Killing Wind, not so cool. Dead Man's Tale does have all the right barrels, magazines, and the stock, but moving target may or may not be the perk of choice you're looking for. On controller, this would probably be one of the better options. It's not the worst on mouse and keyboard, but most people like Vorpal for their Dead Man's Tale. Now we'll go ahead and pull up the armor here on the Titan and the Warlock. For the Warlock, we've got a Gauntlet that has 59, so we'll pass on that. The chest piece is 61 with way too much mobility. The helmet, 63 with extremely high mobility and strength. We'll pass on that. And the boots are the best piece so far. They're 60 stat roll, which is decent, and a decent distribution. So it's pretty good. The Titan, I know, has a really good piece, but the gauntlets are not it. Way too much mobility. This chest piece is insane, though. 65 stats, 14 resilience, 16 recovery, 23 intellect is a little bit too high. I would prefer discipline there, but still a really good chest piece you can just go grab for your Titan. The helmet is really good as well, and the distribution is even better. It's just the stats are a little bit lower because it's only 60, so the helmet are excellent, and the chest piece. And the boots have a little too much mobility, so we'll pass on those. And that's it for your weekly Xur loot and location PSA. Let me know your thoughts down below. Will you be grabbing any of these weapons or armor pieces? And make sure to subscribe here with notifications on. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Later.